February 20th. Years ago, we've been through. See what I'm saying? Bring it to the God, you better hop online. That's yeah. I don't know what God he talking about. To a living God. That's what it is. That's 360 blocks. Not a G block. 360 blocks. And that's how we gonna do it. Yeah. All right. That's how we're gonna rock this. Part 2. The Poke, Coke, Dope, and Smoke. Get right back on into it. Pardon me. As I was saying. Okay. It says the Gambino family made Sedona an offer he accepted with enthusiasm. They wanted him to manage the family's reinvestment of the huge profits just beginning to occur from the sales of heroin. Now we know what heroin was, the dangerous drug that was put into the needle that they shake and they boil it. They hit it like scientists, put the rope on their arm, pull up the sleeve, whatever, they inject it in. What it does, it puts you into a sleep-fool state of mind. At first you might get a feeling that you mellowed out, as they would say in the street world, but it puts you into a dead sleep state of mind. Now the Father, Allah, he was very taboo about the drug called dope. He said because it puts the people asleep. See, they're already dead and unaware, so he said, son, please never use that. I was only 16, you understand? I didn't know him when I got knowledge of self, but I was taught about what the dope does. Being curious, a scientist, of wanting to study the street world, I sniffed it. So I know what it do. So I'm not sitting here propagating this to the babies or the youth or the next generation to tell you don't use it just because I read a book about it. I'm telling you what it do to your body, man. It breaks you down. It makes you skinny. It takes away your appetite. You can't really think or function. All you know to do all day is like, nah, you sleeping and everybody around you talking, and you wake up, you jump in the conversation. Yeah, I heard what y'all say. Yeah. Batter up, Babe Ruth. You see what I'm saying? Then you go into a degree of, they said, well, smoke a little bit of weed. That make you hungry. Sometimes you forget shit. Okay, it was an era that we went through with that. Then you get people that smoke weed, talk about people that smoke dust. Angel dust PCP makes you hallucinate or take you into the state of mind of some shit that's not even reality. Then they got different pills in different forms. They got a pill to put you to sleep. Devil got a pill to wake you up. They even got a new one called Viagra that make your thing go wham. You know what I'm saying? Which I told y'all about that. If you stop beating the chiseling, the bologna sandwich down, you'll be all right. Hold yourself back a couple of weeks, get your energy, pump up your iron, drink your juice, take your vitamins, and have a nice wisdom, and you'll be all right. Okay, enough of that. Going back into the science of the drugs, then they got the coke. Somebody, they said evidently on the West Coast, had took it and cooked it up with some baking soda or whatever, and that's when they was calling it freebase, back when Richard Pryor was getting high, or the people in Hollywood were smoking base. He burnt up. That was the prophecy coming to him. And to show you cannot outdo coke, because coke evidently grows from the ground. So as long as you spending money and somebody's planting a seed, it's going to grow. So you'll never have enough money to buy it. I don't care if you're Richard Pryor's bank. You understand? Because the more money you have, the more they're going to grow. I told you this the same way about the reparations. The more money you beg for, the more they're going to print. See, so money is not the situation. It's a science of, like the brother said, Cool dropped on me one time. He said, God, you know what's valuable? Land and food. Because that's what you take in, and it, you know, nourishes your body. The metal, the bling, the jewelry and stuff like that, you can't eat that. You can only wear that. So there's no value to that stuff. Now, not going off the track of, like I said, the coke, dope, and smoke. It's all the same thing. Because they're the fathers of it. They sanctioned for it to be transferred. With the rest of the pharmaceuticals, you see that they have a Dwayne Reed on every corner now. All that is drug spots. The same thing. But it's legal drugs. It's drugs for you to take, but you happy. Yeah, man. You happy with those drugs. That's just like the slave master, you know, and things of that nature. So now, I told you they was connected with the mob and the heroin, right? Now we're going to go into a little show and proves it. This is some pictures here. See, these is the Catholic Post here. This is one that died here. I think that's Luciani. You understand? It's going to get wicked in a few seconds here. Okay, here's the gangster shit here. The what called the Masonic Order of the PTs. Look, they blast his ass in the car. And look what they got right next to him. Get focused that in real good there. Y'all got that? Okay, that's one of the murders there. I said, well, what caused that murder? A mishap in drug dealing right here, and they didn't launder the money right.
They got another shot of him here.
See? That's him on the corner, and you know, another one they found in the car. And they also do terrorist acts. Y'all caught that? I'm gonna show you one of the terrorist acts they did, man. These cats is crazy, man. They blew up 85 people. No, they killed 182 in a bomb explosion. Was masterminded by the P2. Right here. See? Now caught it right there? See my man here? See, you know. So I'm just showing you, I said, the Pope, Coke, Dope, and Smoke. They all gangsters, man. Here we go again. Here we go. Come on, Malik. Bring the noise. Bring the noise. There you go. They laid his ass out off the top. He didn't want to pay his dues. You know what I'm saying? He owed money. Here go two more of them right here. Gangsters. See? And we're going to get up here where they got Cal involved in this shit too. Remember I told you his name was Cal, the other cat. There you go right here. This is his picture here. See him? Y'all got him? That's the one they keep crying over right here. Cal. And like I said, they're going to put another one in office, but I'm just showing you basically what it's based on. Like Valentine had told us a couple of years back, the Vatican means Vaticanos, which is the conjurer. So y'all know what that is, the conjurer, you know. Just reaping and raping everybody. And here they go, you know, when they want to look like they happily ever after or whatever, everybody's in peace and laughing and shit like that. You know, everything is, it's all good. And here go two mafia bosses from Sicily. The two mafia bosses from Sicily on the bottom. Y'all got them? Sicilian mob bosses. They all connected, man. It's the same shit. And then you got the police connected with them, you know. It's all illuminated, man. You know, you really want to see, here you go right here. What's this guy's name? Umberto Ortoliani. Here you go right here. Straight up gangster dude. Now, get the movie Godfather 3. And you will see the one that's dressed like him. That was the assassin. Remember the one that killed Michael's daughter, Shabazz?
Yeah.
Had the hat on and the thing like this here. That's him in reality. Assassin is the one that blasted two that I showed you in the cars. Look at him, dressed up in his religious shit. Gun-toting, gun-slinging ass. Yeah, man. Okay. Had to show you the evidence, because y'all want to see the evidence. And last but not least, I got him with President Johnson and Richard Nixon. This the one that came to see the law school back in the 1960s. Because when I say he came to see the school, it's because of the simple fact I was reading a report on him, and when they was on 7th Avenue, coming down, I think from Yankee Stadium, they passed the school and he made the car make a U-turn on 7th Avenue, I believe, in 125th, and they came back up where they could come down to go past 2122 7th Avenue. Y'all know where 2122 is. That's the school. He came to see the father. See, but that's the one that's with Nixon and Johnson. Okay? Now, like I said, the Pope, Coke, Dope, and Smoke. Man, we gonna get busy right now, because that's what it's about. They grow this shit over there in the different places like Nicaragua, Panama, Puerto Rico, you know what I'm saying? And they transform this stuff and they bring it to Miami. Then when they bring it to Miami, from Miami, it crawls on up the coast and it gets to places like Tennessee, Virginia, it reaches New York. Then unfortunately, when it reaches New York, we have to suffer the pain in what they call the projects and stuff like that, the modern caves. And then it creates people like my man here, Fat Cat Nichols. I mean, hey, can you blame him for making $100,000 a week? You know what I'm saying? But what they did, they allowed him to make that money, and then they blew up the whole family. I mean, they arrested people from New York all the way to Alabama. I'm going to name a few off to give you a little bit of the history. And what made them famous, they shot that police in the head, Edward Byrne, because he was bodyguarding one of the houses out there in Queens, and he was bodyguarding the house, and they put him on the post. So what happened, two of the young boys came through, and they thought he was the same cop that was beefing with one of the lieutenants, and they pushed his melon back. But this shit made it to Washington, D.C. The president got on the phone with certain individual people that had power pull, and they said not only to roll on him, roll on the whole family, make sure that family don't exist no more. And they did that. Okay, I'm going to just give a little roll call off here. It says, Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols in prison, kingpin behind a large-scale drug network, reaping an estimated $100,000 a week from the sale of heroin, cocaine, and crack throughout the metropolitan area. Louise Coleman, Nichols' mother, nicknamed Mama, described in court papers as the manager of her son's drug empire, allegedly responsible for the distribution of crime and quarter bags of drugs out of a game room next to the network's headquarters. Cooks up the cocaine there, also responsible for the storage of arsenals and weapons. Howard Pappy Bebo Mason, that was Pappy Mason, Nichols' top lieutenant and imprisoned head of the sub-drug ring called Bebo's, indicted along with Nichols for the murder of parole officer Brian Rooney, provides security for the organization and issues directives from his prison cell. Claudia Mason, Howard's mother, alleged manager of her son's drug cartel, acts as a go-between for Mason and Nichols. Amos Coleman, Louise Coleman, husband of alleged money carrier for the drug ring. Viola Nichols, one of Lorenzo's six sisters, allegedly manages the drug packaging operation for the organization from her Queens home, seized yesterday by United States Marshals. In addition, she allegedly receives money and all sorts of things, narcotics, and sells. The feds taped her on the phone, intercepting hundreds of drug-related conversations. See, so what we saying is, man, listen to that. We're here in the wilderness of North America. You trapped off in a bind. Right now, they could be listening to everything. I don't give a damn. You understand? Because I told y'all in various publications and tapes, this is something I don't go back on. And you know how serious Lexus is. Brother Malcolm was assassinated at election. Mm-hmm. You know, so there's nothing to play with. You know, I'm letting all y'all know it's not no joke. We run around, we laugh, we pick with this one out. It's not no joke, man. Brother Malcolm was laid down in a lecture, man. King was about to make a lecture and was laid down. Kennedy's brother Robert was going to a lecture, was laid down. You understand? So this is the sword here, the tongue. But what I'm bringing to you now is the truth. All I'm showing while bringing up Fat Cat from the middle 80s is to try to show these young brothers, man, it's a way and it's a will. But watch yourself, man, because they watching you. You hear what it just said? They was taping every conversation she had. You see what I'm saying? Now, it says Marvin House Cat, or alias House Cat, lives with Viola Nichols, identified as the mid-level distributor and bagger. Okay, what I'm giving you is a rundown of the family. They bust the whole family. See, this is a picture of Cat here, give you a little of his history. Fat Cat, born December 25th, 1958, Alabama, grew up in South Ozone, Queens. April 3rd, 1976, he was arrested as an adult for first time at age 17 for weapons possession. In July 15, 1977, he was sentenced to prison at the age of 18. That's the year they had the blackout. Okay, it says June 12, 1981, 6 months after his parole, married Joanne McClinton, who bore him 3 children. Okay, then where it says here where they had caught him with the money. This one. Okay, it says he was sitting on 2 guns and $180,000 in cash. See, they let you have this type of paper when you make this fast money in the street, but little do you know, man, they watching you through a magnifying glass. They let you get your yachts, they let you get your mansions, like they had the cat out there in Queens, Tony Montana, who was buying sneakers for everybody. You know, some of the guys, you know, they do good by the people in the ghetto, or they bring it back. Just like a lot of the rappers, I can't knock them all, but some of them, man, they get a little money in pocket, they just go. You know what I'm saying? You get the Will Smiths, you get it in the behind. What was that movie he was in when they done him?
6 Degrees.
6 Degrees, they pound his ass out. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna bring the money back. They don't want that. You know what I'm saying? He's a faggot dude. But you know, just telling you, man, this is what they do. These are the 2 cats that's supposed to have threw the fire in the house that started the beef with Fat Cat and the police. You know, when the Indian guy was like, they